Hello, my name is Dan Hoover, and I want to share with you today a little information about my work with Carolin Soldo and her team. But first, I want you to know that I am a life coach and an executive coach. I help people understand how to align with life instead of hustle in life. And I do it through mindset coaching. I teach people about the laws of the universe, specifically the law of attraction, and how to implement that in their life that brings them ease, joy, and fulfillment. So I started working with Carolin because I really wanted to take advantage of what I call her superpower, her knowledge of marketing, combined with her ability to put systems together to help automate your business and scale your business. So my problem was I wasn't able to attract the right clients and enough of them to really scale my business. I've got some big goals. I want to take on many more clients than I was at the time I started working with Carolin. So she helped me go through a process, a very clear process, to get clear about my ideal client avatar, to get clear about what message would resonate with them. And she helped me through the process of building a lead magnet, a webinar that will autoplay so that I could actually share my message in an automated fashion and not have to go through one-on-one phone calls to share my story and what I can do for people. So her ability to put together systems that led me from Facebook ads to the right testing of those ads to make sure that they're right, and how to measure those ads to see if they are actually being effective, cost effective, to a landing page which would give people enough information that they would be willing to share their name and email address with me, and then see a webinar which explained what it is that I do and how I do it and what the value is to my clients and who my clients are and who they are not. So it filtered out people. But this webinar led to a call to action for them to get on a one-on-one call with me, where when I met with them, they had already watched that webinar. They had filled out a questionnaire, so I had information about them. So they knew what they were getting into. They were warmed up, so to speak. So that made my sales process more effective. I was able to close more people. And of course, I had many, many more calls than I was prior to building this system. So that was the real value for me. Freed up my time, gave me time to do what I love to do, which is coaching people, and not spending a lot of time on things that I really don't need to do or want to do. So that was a great benefit of working with Carolin. In addition to helping me build systems, Carolin also provides one-on-one coaching. So I meet with her on a regular basis, and she holds me accountable to the tasks that I need to do to put together my systems to actually go through the process of acquiring more customers, more clients for my business. So I appreciate the fact that she was experienced, of course, with many people like me, but also that she held me accountable, that she does hold me accountable to this day, because I'm still working with her, to get certain things done. In our one-on-one coaching calls, when I say something that doesn't resonate with her or feels like I'm off target, she calls me on it immediately. In a gentle way, of course, but she's very diplomatic, but you also get the message that she knows what she's talking about. She has a high degree of confidence, and she steers me to the right direction time after time. I really do appreciate that about Carolin. The other thing that comes when you hire Carolin to help you in this process is you don't just get one person, you get a team. So she's got people who have helped me that are experts. Their superpower is in Facebook ads. They showed me how to put the ads together, how to test them, how to measure the results, how to change them when they need to be changed, how to deal with Facebook and the nuances that go with it that seem to be ever changing, but she has experts that are tapped into that. So that's been very helpful. And she also has on her team a person that's very good. Her name is Carolin. She's a mindset coach. And even though that's the business I am in, sometimes the shoemaker's kids are barefoot. So it's helpful to have someone outside of myself to actually listen to what I'm doing and give me advice that helps me with my mindset, my clarity, my calmness, my alignment with the universe, my ability to really attract what it is I want into my life. And I'm very grateful to have access to that. Now, in addition to those team members, Carolin also, I'm in her Powerhouse group. So she has weekly Powerhouse calls with her clients. And these are Zoom calls. And everyone gets a chance to ask Carolin questions and get answers. And just like when I was in calculus class, when a student would raise their hand and ask a question, it may not have been a question that was even on my mind, but the answer and the discussion that I listened to really helped me a lot. So there's a lot of value in meeting with her other clients on group calls, on a weekly basis. It's a high vibe tribe, smart people. I learn a lot from them. What a great asset to have, the ability to do this. Of course, those calls are recorded and she makes them available in her private Facebook group for the Powerhouse clients. So I find that to be a great part of working with Carolin. I came to her to get systems, but I got so much more. Now, in addition to everything I've already mentioned, there's another great value of working with Carolin and her team for this last year, as I have. She holds events. And I was fortunate to start with her before the COVID scenario hit us, and I was able to attend a live event in New York City in Times Square. What a great event, a bunch of high vibe people. It was kind of like going to a wedding reception where everybody was feeling great, everybody was celebrating, everybody was joyful, almost like you knew everybody, but I really didn't know everybody. Now I got to know a lot of people, I met a lot of great people doing great things. And there were great speakers on stage, a lot of good information was shared, but it was more like a party than a conference. And I enjoyed that. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a great experience. I would do that again in a heartbeat. One session that stood out for me was when she talked about sales. And I've been in sales for years, but Carolin's story about how to sell, meaning to serve instead of sell, that you really serve your prospects with value. I thought that was very good and it helped me. And I've adopted a lot that I learned from Carolin in that one session, in that live event in New York City. So that was a great thing to be able to participate in that. Then after that, the COVID environment hit and Carolin didn't stop doing her events. She held them virtually. Now I kind of thought, a Zoom call for 2 days with a group of people might be a little tough. It might be a little hard to keep the energy up. Certainly it would be hard to top her live events. But they were really good. They were inspiring. Her clients are brilliant people, high vibration people, willing to help each other. I get as much help from her clients in the Powerhouse community as I do from, I get more from Carolin, but you know what I mean? You get a lot of value. So she pulled it off really well to be able to do these virtual events and still bring a lot of value, a lot of inspiration, a lot of high vibration feeling. 2 days sitting in my office in front of my laptop, you'd think I'd be drained of energy, but not the case. She had great speakers, guest speakers. She had great hot seat sessions with the clients, including myself. So I enjoyed them. I thought they were great. Had a lot of value with that. So another little surprise that you get when you sign up for the Powerhouse coaching. These retreats are invaluable. I will also say that working with Carolin has some benefits that weren't apparent to me in the very beginning. I mean, I do enjoy the one-on-one calls. I enjoy the group sessions, the retreats. But the real benefit is the results you get. So these automated systems, the first webinar I put out, I could have as many calls in a week as I was willing to take. they attracted a lot of people. I had a lot of calls with discovery calls with people, a lot of sales calls. So it truly works. And I was quite impressed with that. I could dial up the number of meetings I wanted to have by spending more on Facebook ads, or if it was too much, I could spend less, slow it down. I could even turn the Facebook ads off and take a week off and then turn them back on. So the results of the systems, which is what I was really after when I started, is also a major benefit. It's nice to know that you've built an asset, a reusable asset that you can use to share your message, your story, your value proposition to people and attract them into your business with ease. So I've really enjoyed my experience with Carolin. I'm still working with her and I'm still enjoying it. So thanks for listening. If you have any qualms about working with Carolin, I would say give it a go. You will be surprised with all these little hidden gems of value that are baked into the actual experience of working with Carolin and her team. Thanks for listening. My best to you.